Well, now that I've done that, I'm sure this talk will go so much more better. I was so nervous. But wait, why did I just do that? The possibility of me tripping over my own shoelace or, I don't know, forgetting half my speech, still very high. I mean, I'm always told I'm supposed to respect the stage and it'll respect me back, but doesn't that contradict everything we learn in school as far as science is concerned? The stage doesn't excrete, respire, take in nutrients, which means it is not alive. Well, that means it does not have the capability to choose who to respect, who to not, or even comprehend the meaning of respect in the first place. Now, my question is why? Why do we fall for such beliefs which, I don't know, cannot be proven, can it? But we cannot get ourselves to trust new technology, which comes with an instruction manual and the science behind it, by the way. These questions baffle me. They force me to wonder and ask more questions. Well, so I did the next best thing, right? I asked my best friend, the know-it-all. Google, right? So some basic ones popped up. Like, I'm sure you all have heard it from your parents, grandparents, that we often mistake for nagging. Like, don't whistle indoors, or don't give a sharp object in somebody's hand. And the one, as soon as I say superstition, it pops in everybody's head. The poor black cat. Fun fact, in Japan, a black cat crossing your path is supposed to bring good luck. Well, who knew? On further digging, I realized that we aren't the only ones. This superstition is spread throughout the world like a pandemic. It ranges from knocking on the wood in America to men not being able to grow their beard more than a certain measure in China, right? So, actually, when I was going through everything, I found this supposed secret society which is filled by superstitious men solely dedicated to discussing superstitions around the world and maybe creating a few just for the fun of it, right? See, proof. On the other hand, so my question is, where does it all begin? Let's take the black cat for an example. During the olden times when people would travel through their animal-powered vehicles late at night through dense forests, they would complain about running into this supposed black cat, which would scare or even, hunt their domestic animal. These stories spread throughout the world faster than, a dating rumor in a class full of teenagers, right? With time, people forgot why they started hating this creature in the first place. This was the beginning of a life, eternity-long even, hatred for this creature, right? So, the fear of your domestic animal running away late at night, leaving you stranded in a dangerous forest, or the fact that you could be dinner to an entire family of tigers the very next second, is what gave birth to this superstition. So you know what? Let's start there. Fear. List of examples of what fear can make us do is endless, some even unspeakable. Instead, we as humans, we have the capability to choose who to trust the fear in us, or, control the fear in us. Well, instead of even trying, we put all our trust into an object or even a thought, right? Let me give you an example, okay? Say I have an important exam tomorrow for meeting, it differs from person to person, and I'm looking for a lucky shirt, my lucky shirt. And in the morning, I cannot find it. Knowing that I'm already late, I just pick up any other shirt and wear it while a black cat crosses my way. The black cat, well, I stand there contemplating whether or not to move ahead, which causes me to be even more late. I somehow reach school still 10 minutes late, and I do not get extra time. Right? Not to mention this crazy morning has left me mentally exhausted. To add on to that, I have this, all these things together lead my exam to not go well. Eventually, my exam does not go well. But that's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't have to worry about it. I have a list of things to blame it on. The black cat, me not wearing my lucky shirt, or even the fact that it was a Thursday, so it was bound to not go well, right? If I tell my parents this, they might even sympathize with me saying that it wasn't in my hands. But that's the thing, it was. It was in my hands to keep the shirt out the night before, or even leave on time so I'd miss the arrival of the supposed black cat that haunts us so much. This superstition also leads me to be guilt-free and even self-pity. Do you see what happened? This superstition is what gave me an escape from the fear of my parents yelling at me or having to carry the burden. It's an easy way out. That's bottom line. It's an easy way out to hide behind the wall of superstition, to not admit our own mistakes, in turn making us dependent and weak, right? So here's the idea. This is me in the center. The wall of superstition around me, I can call it my comfort zone, right? And there's reality. The only way to break superstition or break the barrier of superstition is the thought process, right? So say there's a young boy who hates coming out of his house because he's scared of something really, really bad happening to him, right? Maximum he will come is till a porch, till a pillar on his porch, because he thinks the pillar will protect him from any harm. In this case, the superstition becomes a trust that he put in the pillar. The thought process is understanding that it's not the pillar that's protecting him or which led him to be one step closer to the wall, but the trust that he put in the pillar. Similarly, it's understanding that it's not a lucky shirt that makes you stand out, but you wearing it, right? Or it's okay to make mistakes sometimes. But what's important is to admit it so we don't have to hide behind the wall of superstition like a coward. We need to take one step closer into trusting ourselves. Well, we need to break the shackles that bind us to these mindless notions and know that what is meant to be will be, despite a black cat or a mala, or even for the matter, the day of the week, right? Thank you.